Hello and welcome to level 12 of this Let's Play of Theme Hospital. Level 12 is of course the final level of this game, so we've managed to reach the end. Let's read the description and then we can comment on a few things for this level. You've got the mother of all challenges now. Impressed with your success, the ministry has got the top job for you. They want someone to build another ultimate hospital, make a vast amount of dosh, and have an incredible reputation. You'll also be expected to buy all the land you can, cure everything, and we mean everything, and win all the awards. Think you're up to it. Earn $650,000, cure 750 people, and get a reputation of 800 to win this one. So in this level is expected to be more difficult than all the previous levels. And I think the reason for that will probably be the map. Now, you can see here the map, and you can see that your starting location is isolated from everything else, and pretty much this level has islands, you might say. This island here in the north, your starting position, and the island on the right, which means that probably we're going to have problems with epidemics in this level, and it's probably not going to be easy to deal with them effectively, or at least not as effective as not as easy as it was in previous levels. So with that in mind, it's something that you cannot really do much about. Because obviously at some point you will run out of space in the starting island and in the starting plot area, and you will have to, well, I will have to expand to other plot areas that are not connected to my main plot area. So for example, I seriously doubt that I will have space here to build the decontamination chamber, for example. So that's going to be a problem. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how difficult it will be. Hopefully it will not be insanely difficult. Now, another thing that I will change in this level is that my staff room, my research department is going to be focusing on cure equipment entirely. The reason for that is because I have realized that there's no real point in even trying to improve your drugs early into the game, because if you do that, then it means you're left behind in cure equipment, and also you're left behind for a very long time, because in these levels where you have a lot of illnesses, it's just impossible to wait until all your drugs have been perfected. It's impossible. If you do that, because it might take, I don't know how long it takes, but it may take something like 3 years, 4 years, or perhaps even more in order to perfect all the drugs and make them 100% effective. And all the while you will have to send home just way too many people for it to be worth it, because you will simply not have cure equipment. I mean, maybe you will avoid deaths, maybe, because anyway there is still a chance that you get an invisibility patient, and the effectiveness of your drug is still not high enough. It can happen because unless you focus on that, it is going to happen actually. So you may have a death anyway there, and I think it's just not worth it. I think the best thing to do is to simply focus on cure equipment, and that's it. And when that's done, when all your cure equipment have been research, which I don't think it takes as much time as to perfect all your drugs. In fact, it definitely doesn't take as much time. So I think it's a good idea to do that. I've also been thinking about another strategy which might be plausible, but I'm not sure 100%. I was thinking that perhaps one might try to focus on diagnosis equipment research as well early on. The reason for that is, well, not a reason, but it would be more like a strategy. If you plan on not having consultants not having consultants early on into the game, into the level. As you know, I suppose, consultants are very good at diagnosing patients. Most of the time, as long as if you have a consultant in your GP's office, as soon as they enter the GP's office, the patient, they leave completely diagnosed without even having to visit any other room, any other diagnosis room. Not always, of course, but sometimes it happens. So if you don't have a consultant in your GP's office, if you have a regular doctor like this one, for example, see that his rank is that of a doctor, then the diagnosis progress goes much slower, and I don't think they ever diagnose the patient 100% on the first visit to the GP's office, this can only happen, I think, with a consultant. So if you plan on not having consultants early on and only regular doctors, then you might as well help them. You might at least help them in their diagnosis efforts by, hold on, I'm going to move this here because it's taking valuable space there. I need to be able to build my pharmacy here. I don't want to waste all that space. Unfortunately, I will have to pay to make it a little bit bigger than I would have liked. So what was I saying? Let me finish with the pharmacy. And hire a nurse. Let's see if there's any good one here. Unfortunately, no. So, well, this one is the best. So, if you're not going to have consultants, you should at least have diagnosis machines to help the regular doctors diagnose patients. Because otherwise you will be getting messages all the time saying we are not 100% certain, we are, let's say, 70% certain that it's this case of transparency or this case of kidney beans or whatever. And this is going to be annoying. I have never tested this theory, this strategy, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if it's worth it. And essentially I'm only suggesting it as a possibility because hiring a lot of doctors early on for your training room, we have seen where it leads. It leads to defeat. That's a fact. So you could try that, I guess, and maybe with regular doctors you can do your job as well if you have a lot of diagnosis equipment. The problem is, however, that regular doctors are not only worse at diagnosing patients than consultants, they are also slower in everything else they do. Even when they use a curing machine or whatever, they're slower. So that can affect the whole success or failure of your hospital. Me personally, I'm used to using consultants. I feel comfortable using them. I don't really like using regular doctors or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna fire this researcher psychiatrist now that I got my consultant psychiatrist. No point in having him. In theory I could train him, but right now since I have a consultant psychiatrist, and this consultant here who is a researcher, but his research specialization is not really going to help me in any way, I think, because I already have a consultant researcher in my research department. So I think that for starters I will be able to work effectively. Probably at some point I will have to build a psychiatric clinic. Corrugated uncles. Fortunately, so far I've been relatively lucky with the patients. They have diseases that I can cure without an operating theater, which is you know, something that causes problems early on. Here I think I'm gonna help my researcher by getting for him a computer and an atom analyzer. Hopefully I will not run out of money or anything, but I think that this speeds up research considerably, so it's probably worth it. Okay, and a case of kidney beans, of course. Well, obviously you cannot avoid that altogether, and in case you haven't been following the previous videos, a lot of times you get patients early on that you cannot cure because they need an operating theater. The problem with the operating theater, of course, is that apart from the fact that it needs a ward and the operating theater, it also needs 2 surgeons, which are not easy to find early on. 2 consultants here are available, but I'm not gonna fall for that trick. I'm not gonna hire them because at the moment I'm not earning enough money and I can do my job just fine with what I have now. Later probably I will be wishing I had hired them, but well. So I'm gonna, since he's not doing anything, I'm gonna put him to rest here, so that when the patient comes, he is okay. An earthquake, but that was early. That was very early. I hope this is not a sign of things to come. And my first emergency as well. I'm gonna need a psychiatric clinic for this. Psychiatry room. Keep saying clinic. Perhaps it's too much to say clinic, since it's just one room. So yeah, let's build the psychiatry. Oh, that was a mistake there. Remember, it's important to build everything close to the door, otherwise you will be wasting valuable time. So there it is, and I think I'm gonna be able to handle this emergency easily. I'm also going to increase the intensity of the radiators. This is something that I like doing. I think it's better to do that. Otherwise you will have to just place down way too many radiators. So it's probably just a matter of taste, whether you want to have more or less. So, and a fracture clinic, which I can build here. And with that, I'm essentially out of space. But well, I'm gonna get some money because of the emergency, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll buy another plot area, maybe get a loan. Ideally, you should try at least to never get a loan, but that's probably easier said than done. Okay, what I'm satisfied with is the size of my rooms. I think it's quite nice. Not ridiculously big, but not small either. And in fact, so far, I haven't had any complaints from the doctors or handyman or anything. We'll see if that continues. So the emergency has been dealt with, and now I have almost $20,000 in the bank. And bloody head. Okay, I need to buy that additional plot area. I'm not sure if I want to go west or east. I'm gonna go east. It doesn't really make any difference since the map is completely symmetrical. So I'm gonna build the inflation clinic. Well, this time I say clinic because I think it's called the clinic actually. Oh no, she says the inflator room. Okay, well. But what about here? Well, here it says clinics, so I'm not completely mistaken. Of course, the plot area is a little bit big, so it was expensive. But well, we're in August, and fortunately, I haven't had any deaths yet, and it's going to be important that I avoid that. Okay, this consultant surgeon, there's no way I'm turning him down. I have to get him. And here there is another surgeon which I could hire in order to train. But no, I'm not gonna do it yet. Anyway, now that I got the consultant surgeon, I can get more surgeons. I can train more surgeons. So 4,000, that was good as well. The fact that I managed to get 4,000 from the VIP. Now what I'm worried about is the effectiveness of my drugs. Let's see, I see a lot of patients going there. Chances are that at some point one of them is going to die, and hopefully it's not going to happen before the end of the year. But we'll see. And the jelly molder has already been researched, so you see that cure equipment get researched quite fast. I need a nurse. She's going to the fracture clinic. You can cure this one before you go there. That was nice. And now you can go here and deal with this. And now you can rest before you're needed again. Slack tongue, but they don't know what it is. I know it because I saw her here. Unfortunately, in that one they didn't know. In this one they know that it's a slack tongue, so I'm gonna build the room here, the slack tongue clinic. In this case it's totally a clinic. I mean, even the name says so. So far it's going well, I think. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but it's going well. I don't feel 100% secure. I must be honest with you, I don't, because I feel like an epidemic could strike any minute, and maybe actually if an epidemic comes right now, I'm not gonna have any problems, because so far I've been able to keep with my strategy of having all rooms related to, or rather unrelated to, epidemics in different plot areas, so no problems there. But I don't know for how long I will be able to do that. This is a nice nurse. I'm gonna hire her, and perhaps I'm gonna fire this one once she cures that one. In fact, yes, I'm gonna fire her now. Now that I think about it, I wonder how much of an influence it has on the success or failure of the pharmacy, the ability of the nurse, or rather, let's say the effectiveness of a drug is 70%. If the nurse is good, does it affect the effectiveness of the drug? I do not know that, and probably not. I mean, it sounds like probably not. Okay, I earned some cash because I finally managed to avoid any deaths. And Heriitis should be researched soon, probably, or the DNA machine. But I think that I should soon. Oh yeah, the shower as well. Now, for example, the shower is a machine that definitely needs to be elsewhere, and it's a machine that deals with serious radiation, which can be affected by epidemics. So, well, of course, epidemics are mostly dangerous in the early stages of a level, when you don't really have a lot of money, and a big fine can really mess you up. But later on, I think that if you have, let's say, $200,000, and you get a fine of, even a ridiculous fine like 20 or 25,000, or well, 25, it cannot be 26 or whatever, that's not a problem, really. I mean, it's like, it's a setback, but it's not, you're not going to lose because of that. And of course, you also get a reputation hit, that's true, but at that point, you're probably curing patients like crazy, so it's not going to be a problem either. So now I have an emergency, 9 people with bloaty heads. So I'm going to need a second inflator, which I'm only going to build for the emergency, and then I'm going to sell it. Because 9 people with bloaty head, I don't think I would be able to handle them. In fact, I definitely would not be able to handle them with just one inflator. I'm gonna need 2, so there they go. I think 2 will be more than enough, especially if I'm careful to repair, like now, it needs to be repaired. That's done, and perhaps this one as well. And okay, the doctor here decided to leave, but I have this one. Oh no, he left because the patient was going to go to the other inflator, so okay. So in any case, everyone has been cured. And now I can safely sell this inflator. I don't think I need 2 of them, unless another emergency comes. 9,000, which is a big help. And I'm gonna build a hair restorer where I just sold the inflator. Yeah, well, this is not the ideal placement, but it will do, I guess. Actually, no, it's not. I don't like it. At least I'm gonna place the door there so that, yeah, like this. So they enter, they turn left, and get cured with this ridiculous hair that they have after getting cured. So far, as I said before, things are going well, and I have researched, I think, all my cure equipment except the DNA fixer, which is not that critical anyway, because anyway, alien patients only come, well, patients with alien DNA only come as emergencies, so God knows when and if they will come. And I think I have been quite lucky. Well, quite lucky. I cannot complain about the number of patients that require an operating theater, in the sense that there haven't been that many. So the DNA fixer has been researched. So all my cure equipment have been researched. And an earthquake, let's see. Unless it's a very big one, I'm not gonna have problems, I think. Yeah, well, it seems that it was a weak one, which is a good thing. And heriitis, I'm gonna build the electrolysis clinic, why not? Here. I'm still good when it comes to epidemics, in the sense that I'm not going to face any problems if I get an epidemic. But obviously this is not going to last very long. And in fact, it's going to change dramatically when I build more diagnosis equipment. Obviously those diagnosis rooms will have to be in islands. So in islands, I mean in isolated plot areas. But anyway, for now I'm focusing on my drug research to at least try to avoid deaths. I see a patient there with jelleitis, which probably means that that's gonna be my next room to build. I'm gonna check if there's any doctor here. So far I haven't had to train any doctors. Let's see for how long that keeps on. And also, so far I haven't had any complaint whatsoever from any staff member. Things are going almost suspiciously well in this level. So either I'm doing something right, or I'm in for a surprise or something. I don't know. Yeah, okay, well. Of course there is the occasional patient that needs an operating theater, but come on, you cannot have everything. And yeah, jelleitis, excessive wobbliness and falling down a lot are the symptoms. It sounds bad, and it looks bad actually. So here's the jelly vat. I'm gonna build it here as well. And with that room, this plot area is also covered completely. And soon I will have to expand even more. We'll see what my next room is going to be. Probably the decontamination chamber, probably. Or if I get a case of an emergency with alien patients. Now, the problem here is that I see a queue in the reception. But the reason is that there's no doctor. So I'm going to place this doctor here. And let's see before October finishes if there is... Yeah, well, there is a surgeon here, but no. For now, I'm gonna just hire... I'm only gonna hire any consultants I get. Fake blood, I think this needs a psychiatric clinic. So I think I can handle it easily. 6 people is not that bad. But where is my psychiatrist? He's here. Okay. First he should cure these people that are waiting, or rather treat them or whatever they need. Okay.
Doctor required in general diagnosis.
I'm also curious to see what the starting effectiveness of my drugs is. It's only 66%. That's way too low. Obviously, this is also affected by the difficulty level that you choose when you start the campaign, so to speak. Remember, this is the difficult, this is the hard level, so the effectiveness of the drugs is just way too low. But fortunately, I've also been quite lucky when it comes to that. I haven't had any death due to lack of effectiveness of the drugs or anything like that. In fact, I haven't had any death full stop, which is good. And once again, I get the 6,000 for the no croak because of the from the no croak award, which is a good thing. And here we have a serious radiation case, which means now comes the time, especially now that I have money, I'm gonna buy I think I'm gonna buy this one, expand to the west now, because it's the cheapest. So right now, okay, I have money, but I don't have money to waste. So I need to be careful. Gonna build a decontamination clinic or chamber or room or shower, it's called, I think. Well, the machine. I'm gonna build it here, and we'll see what happens if I get any epidemic. Remember that serious radiation patients can get the epidemic. But so far I haven't had any epidemics, and we'll see if it keeps up like this. Also gonna check if there's any good doctor here. No, there are some surgeons, but they're juniors, and at the moment, since I'm fine when it comes to my bank balance, and also I can deal with the patients with the doctors I have. I mean, I could use one more consultant, but it's not critical at the moment. Okay, another earthquake. I think that earthquakes are a little bit common in this level. So this is something to be careful with. Let's see if it's going to be a big one. I hope not. Okay, not huge, but it added 4 points of times used. But my handyman can just deal with this. Remember that every time that your handyman repairs a machine, its strength most likely, not always, but most likely will go down by 1, until at some point you have to simply replace the machine. So I could also use a second nurse. It's not urgent either, but it would be a nice thing. Unfortunately, I don't, and I lost a patient because of that, because I don't know where my nurse is at the moment. Okay, she's stuck in the fracture clinic, and I lost a patient because of this bug of the game. But well, and the queue size in the reception has climbed to 5, which is a lot. And I think that soon I will have to build another GP's office. In fact, I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to do it here. And now things are going to be a little less organized than before. but it would happen eventually. There's no way you can avoid this. Perhaps, but I think this is a little bit far-fetched. Perhaps what you can do is to actually, at some point at least, build your hospital, let's say, here, and delete everything from everywhere else, or at least keep this one and this one for for fractured bones and stuff like that don't have anything to do with the epidemics. Because all this, or here, of course, depending on your choice, doesn't make any difference. They are all connected to each other, so that would be ideal to deal with epidemics. Also, I think there would probably be enough space to build your whole hospital here, and also in these two plot areas. I bet it's doable. And if I see that I have such serious problems with epidemics, then maybe I do it. But we'll see. For now, I don't think there is any reason to do this. For now, what I really need is another doctor, another consultant. And probably at the end of the year, and depending on how things go, until then, I will start hiring doctors to place them in the training room. Let's see how my drug research is going. Yeah, well, it seems that he's not focusing on one thing, because I saw a lot of them having reached 78. We saw earlier that the starting value, the starting percentage is only 66, I think it was, percent, which is quite low actually. Another change of month and another time that all my available doctors are just too bad. What worries me a little bit is that my hospital seems a little bit dirty. I see vomit sometimes, and my handyman here, he's supposed to be sweeping, but he totally ignored this vomit here. I don't know why, but I sure didn't like that. Anyway, my reputation is 786, which is also a good thing. It's climbing right now, I see. Yeah, well, the Burmese guy, he gave me 1,500. It's not that bad. 13 people with gut rot. I will deal with this. In fact, I'm gonna build another pharmacy here, and probably I'm gonna build 2 pharmacies. I'm not gonna keep both of them. I'm just going to keep one of them, I think, because right now I don't need 3 pharmacies. And I'm gonna build 2 more because there were just too many people, and I don't want to risk it. There's no reason to risk it at this point. I mean, I can just build 2 pharmacies, and then when the emergency has been dealt with, I just delete the second one, and that's it. Yeah, well, here I guess has to be, but probably I'm gonna need more nurses. How many do I have right now? I only have 2, which of course makes one of my pharmacies redundant. I have to get I need to have 3, obviously, so that they can deal with gut rot emergency. I'm also going to check now the effectiveness of my drug. 100%, which means, okay, it means that as long as they enter, they will get cured. Okay, they have started coming. And I think this should be a piece of cake because with 3 pharmacies there shouldn't be any problem. Some more cases of iron lungs. Well, here is the problem. The fact that my nurse here decided to leave the room, and also this one. But this one I'm not sure if she's done. She's not done, I think. She shouldn't have left. And also this one, I need to get her back to the pharmacy to finish the job. The reason why the other one left was because there is one patient queuing for the fracture clinic, but really it's stupid to leave the emergency in order to go to the fracture clinic. Come on. So everybody has been cured, so this pharmacy is going to be deleted now, and at some point I guess I will build another pharmacy, but right now I don't need 3. I think I'm gonna keep my nurse, however, my 2 nurses, in order to have 3. And what has started to worry me a little bit is the fact that I don't see any consultants available. So I'm gonna get this surgeon here, and I'm gonna hire. Now I know I said I would wait till the end of the year, but I changed my mind. I'm gonna get some doctors here to get trained. I haven't taken a loan, which means that even if I start having financial problems, I think I will be able to survive the whole thing. And I don't want to waste any more time, because maybe in this level from now on I never get a consultant, so I need to be prepared for that. Now that I don't have that many patients yet.
Attending psychiatry, please. Nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor required in general diagnosis. Doctor needed in slack tongue clinic.
And let's see the drug research. Yeah, well, 78%. Some of them.
Doctor needed in slack tongue clinic. Doctor required in general
Yeah, at the moment there aren't a lot of things happening. I'm just waiting for
required in decontamination.
I think I'm just waiting for the drug research to be completed,
Doctor required in
so that I don't have to worry about deaths in in the pharmacy.
wanted in
And obviously now I'm also waiting for these
diagnosis.
doctors to become surgeons
Doctor
and become consultants, of course.
Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor required in
I should also be careful with earthquakes,
Doctor attending psychiatry.
because right now if I were to lose some rooms, yeah, that would be a problem, so I need to be careful. Because I already have a lot of machines.
Doctor required in GP's office.
So another year is about to finish without deaths. This is good.
We have a VIP with us. Doctor required in GP's office.
But what I notice now is that I'm a little bit low on doctors. I mean, I'm quite low on doctors. Where is my psychiatrist? Is he resting? No. There he is. And there are people waiting here. Okay, an earthquake. Let's see. The jelly molder, I need to replace it, unfortunately. And the hair restorer, I cannot risk it. 6 strength and twice used. It's pushing it, because if it's a big earthquake, you can get in serious trouble. And the first complaint from my nurse, apparently she doesn't like that pharmacy. I'm gonna place down another plant here, and let's see what happens now. She still doesn't like it. Okay, anyway, Let's see what damage has been done. It was a strong one this time. It was a good thing that I replaced the jelly molder, because I might have been in trouble otherwise. But this pharmacy here, it's a problem. So I'm gonna wait till this one gets cured, and I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger because my nurse does not like it. So yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. There. I think it's worth it. And we'll see now if she complains again. Or rather, if she starts losing happiness while in here. Please? Ah, she's tired. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Miss Nurse, or Mrs. Nurse, or whatever you are. So you, please come here and cure this guy. I also want to see if her happiness... No, it doesn't decrease, as you can see here. Which is a good thing. It's a nice thing. Generally, you should be checking as well the happiness of your staff inside rooms. If you see that while they are in a certain room, the happiness decreases, then it means that that room is not big enough. So, well, you should make the necessary changes. Let's see if there's any doctor here. There is a consultant. I'm gonna hire him. I'm not gonna say no this time. I have money, so why should I? And this handyman here. Also, I'm gonna check if those guys have become surgeons. Not yet. Did I have a death? Or... No. 0 deaths. Okay, I thought I heard something bad, but it was my impression.
Doctor required in jelly vat. Doctor required in general diagnosis.
So yeah, there is a chance that I managed to finish this final level without any deaths. We'll see. It's too early to... No! Okay, as soon as I said it, this one died because of the low effectiveness of the drug. The invisibility patient, my first death. So that plan is moot, of not having any deaths. But that's okay. I mean, I wasn't aiming for that anyway. Remember, this Let's Play is not meant to be the best way to finish the levels or anything like that. It's just for fun. I'm also not trying to be as fast as possible or anything like that. 4 people with alien DNA, yes, I'm going to take this and I'm going to build it here. It's probably not the ideal place in the sense that it's taking valuable space here. But well, for now it's better than having to buy a new plot area, because this machine is quite expensive. It costs 20,000, I think, dollars. So if I have to buy that and a plot area, then I'm gonna spend way too much money, and right now I cannot do that. And anyway, I'm not even certain that I'm going to have actually have if I'm gonna make money in this case, because I have a feeling that I spent more than I'm gonna make by curing the alien people. The thing is that I don't see them. Oh yeah, here they are. First. So, okay, there are 4 people, which means 8,000 plus the award for completing the emergency that I don't remember how much it's going to be. I'm going to check when I get it. Okay, these guys have become surgeons now, which means I can remove this consultant from here, the consultant surgeon, and assign the consultant psychiatrist there. That means, however, that I'm gonna have to
GP's office.
I'm gonna have to be moving him probably back and forth, because I don't think I have another psychiatrist at the moment. There's no one in the GP's office, and that's bad. I don't like seeing the GP's office without a doctor. There should always be a doctor in the GP's office, always. It's very important. 10,000 plus 8,000, so 18,000, which means I actually lost money by doing all that, but by buying the DNA fixer. But well, it's an investment for the future as well. I guess that at some point I'm gonna have more of them, more alien DNA patients. So, well, and my first epidemic for discrete etching. Let's see where they are. This one is queuing for the GP's office, the other one is queuing for the pharmacy, and there's no nurse inside the pharmacy. The most inappropriate of times. Come here, cure that one, and you go to rest. And I hope that this guy goes to... Okay, I don't understand why the nurse left the pharmacy when there was a patient queuing for it. These things are annoying. Anyway, I think that now I'm gonna be able to handle this emergency at least. Yeah. 99% of chance of boldness, 91%. Yeah, take a chance. Okay, the epidemic has been dealt with, and I got a compensation for it. I must also keep an eye out here. Discrete etching 100%, and now only invisibility has not been perfected yet. When that's done, I can move to diagnosis equipment research, and from then on I think it's just going to be a matter of time before I win the level. This level so far has proven to be not very difficult. And a consultant here, in fact 2 consultants here. I'm gonna hire them, of course, because anyway I have money, and now I'm just waiting for these guys to become qualified psychiatrists, and then when that happens I'm not gonna have a consultant psychiatrist working here. Instead I'm gonna just put a random consultant without specialization, perhaps one of those that I just hired. Because once they get the specialization, you don't need to. It doesn't make any difference if the teacher is a psychiatrist or whatever. The important thing is that he is or that he be a consultant. Okay, this nurse, where is she? I don't know if it was this one. She's not satisfied with this room. Okay, then I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about that. I think this room is quite big. I'm gonna place one more radiator here just in case that's the problem, but I don't know. I think she just wants to complain. Okay, here I'm gonna replace the electrolyzer because there is an earthquake incoming, and the jelly molder as well. Okay, I'm spending quite a lot of money now, but I'm scared. Really, I'm very scared. Ever since I had that bad experience in the, I don't remember if it was in the previous level or in one of these recent levels. I don't want to risk it again. Okay, this was not a very powerful earthquake. In fact, it was a very weak one. Just 1 point of times used added. So, no problems there. And we're in December. Unfortunately, this year I'm not going to get the 6,000 for the No Croak Award, but I'm going to get the Cure to Death Ratio Award, which sometimes is actually better in the sense that then the next year and the following years, if you have no deaths, you get both of them, both the No Croaks Award and the Cures to Death Ratio Award, which means that you get 12,000 in total per year, and that's obviously a good thing. And the year has finished. That's good. So now I'm basically waiting for these guys to become psychiatrists, but I see that I have a queue of 4 people in the psychiatry room, so please deal with them first and then you can go back to teaching those noobs. Why is he leaving? Because he's tired. Okay. Okay, that's enough. You're no longer tired. Go back here.
Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor required in GP's office.
I had forgotten about the psychiatrist, to be honest. So, okay, now you can go back to... No, you're not going to hair restoration. You're going back to the training room to finish what you started. One of them has already become a psychiatrist, and the other one as well, and only one remains. So when this guy here, Wharton, becomes a qualified psychiatrist, then Mr. Bermore here can go on working as a normal doctor, not training others. 80%, getting there. There are patients queuing for the psychiatric clinic again, and this consultant has got tired. Okay, rest a little bit, and now go to the psychiatric clinic. I like calling it a clinic, I don't know why. Okay, most of them were not there to get cured, but rather to get diagnosed. The problem is that they keep coming, unfortunately. Well, that's not a bad thing, but I need him to get back to the training room to complete the training of that one person or one doctor who is still not a psychiatrist. But when you have a King Complex guy coming here, you cannot just ignore this. In fact, now I even have an epidemic case. Okay, now you can go to rest, and then come here, finish what you started, please, and try to be a little bit faster. 9 people with jelliitis. Yes, I'm going to handle this emergency by building another jelly molder here, jelly vat, jelly molder, whatever, which I'm only going to use for this emergency. Then I'm selling it. There it is. Yeah, compensation, thanks. So what's it gonna be, pal? 96%, come on, come on. Should also keep an eye out for what happens with the jelly molder emergency. Yeah, you can come here and treat those. And the other one is here. It already has a doctor, but he's a little bit tired, so he will probably leave at some point. In fact, now he has left. So once this one is cured, you go here. Ah no, it needs to be repaired first. Okay. There it is. And now this consultant is tired. Okay, enough. Now I hope I didn't make a mistake here. Let's see if I will be able to cure all those. I will not be able to cure. There's no time for all of them, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have at least one death. In fact, 2 deaths. That didn't go well. That didn't go well, unfortunately. So I built a second jelly vat to avoid this, but I didn't manage to avoid it, unfortunately. And the reason was because it got damaged and, well, it had to be repaired, so I lost a lot of time with that. Perhaps I should have replaced it, but well. Anyway, this guy has become a psychiatrist finally, so now I can just assign a regular consultant here to finish their training and make them consultants. Earthquake incoming. I'm gonna replace this and the jelly molder. The inflator is fine, that's fine. The hair restorer is not fine. And the decontamination, yeah, okay, come on. It's not gonna be a 7, I hope. And when I say 7, I mean that it's going to add 7 points of times used. In fact, it only added 4, or no, it added 2, because the decontamination, because the shower already had it had already been used twice. And of course, when one of those doctors becomes a consultant, one of those surgeon psychiatrists, then I'm gonna put him to train more rookies so that I can have more doctors that are surgeon psychiatrists. That's the plan. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed by the fact that finally I had deaths. At some point I felt like I could pull this off without having any deaths, but okay, it's not the end of the world. It's the end of the world for the patients who died, but it's not the end of the world for me. So. And also I forgot about this. Drug research is finished. The problem is that it doesn't warn you about that. When cure equipment is finished, it warns you and says all done, but unfortunately for drug research, that's not the case. So a new X-ray has been researched, but it's going to be very big for here. On the other hand, let me see. Yeah, here probably is going to be a fine place to build it. There. A cardiogram fits there. I'm not sure if it's going to make the doctor working there unhappy because it is a little bit small. I'm going to have to check how it goes. But right now, my concern is here that one of my, yeah, this guy has become a consultant, which means that he's going to be the teacher from now on. And I'm going to get him some rookies that he can train. I am hiring quite a few doctors right now. I know about that, but I have money, so I think that by the time they become consultants, I'm not going to run out of money anyway. So yeah, the cardio is a room that I don't really like. I think I've said this before. It's just too primitive for me. I like more advanced equipment, like the scanner. Yeah.
Doctor required an inflator room. Doctor wanted in electrolysis.
And a nurse, is she fast? No, she's a normal nurse, unfortunately. Yeah, well, all right. The reception has a queue size of 1 sometimes, or even 2. Right now it's 0, now it's 1. Probably soon I will have to expand and build another GP's office. But not yet. Not until I really have to. I absolutely have to. The scanner, yeah, well, if I want to build a scanner I need to expand, and in fact I am going to do it. And I'm going to do it here. So, a scanner here, which means that from now on I'm not going to have any patient that we don't know what's wrong with them. Because it's that effective. Yes, it is very effective, and I think that all patients can go here with whatever illness they have. I'm also going to build the X-ray while I'm at it. And okay, I have someone from the staff complaining. Let's see who it is. What kind of person it is, what kind of staff. It is a nurse, and it is a nurse that is inside this pharmacy. This pharmacy looks like it's cursed, unfortunately. It's big. In fact, it's bigger than this one, or about the same size. This one is longer, but this one is, I don't know. So I don't understand what's wrong with that. But well. So where is the epidemic patients? Where are the epidemic patients? I don't see anyone anywhere. I don't know what happened, but it seems that I'm going to get a compensation without even trying. And a blood machine, I'm going to build that too. I mean, why not? Here. Should be fine. Yeah. News of the epidemic has reached. I'm going to check what exactly happened there. Something tells me that room is going to be small for the doctor working in there. But well, if I see that it's causing too much trouble, I'm going to just delete it and place it elsewhere where I can build it bigger. I can make it bigger or whatever. So yeah, that's done. And I'm also going to place down a little plant here to make it look a little bit nicer. Now the inspector is coming, but oh, here there is a patient. I'm gonna send him home. He was about to be cured, but curing him will earn me less money than the compensation. There was no way I was gonna earn 6,300 or whatever it was by curing that patient. So it's better to just send him home and get the compensation, naturally.
Doctor, attend in the scanner room, please.
So, right now what I'm a little bit worried about is that things are scattered all around the area. Okay, 5 people with alien DNA, I can deal with that. I'm also going to... Ooh, where was that? Something tells me that it was this guy here. Or not. No. Yeah, his happiness is decreasing, but I think it doesn't have to do with the room. It has to do with the fact that he's getting tired. Or not. I don't know. Probably the room is small. The thing is that after what's happening with the pharmacy, I'm a little bit disappointed, because it's like no matter what I do, that nurse, whatever nurse works in here, it's just not going to be satisfied. And there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, the doctor leaving once again, the most inappropriate of times. I don't understand why they send someone who is already tired, but then again, I shouldn't expect that much from the game. So now I think I have made up for the losses that I had in order to build the DNA fixer, and all my diagnosis equipment have been researched, so now it's just the improvements left to do. And yeah, the ultra scan is the last diagnosis machine or whatever. An epidemic, and now let's see where it is. Broken heart. Are those the ones that... Okay, this one is leaving the... Yeah, they're the ones that need an operating theater, so I'm gonna try to send them home, but we'll see if I'll manage to get the compensation. Yes, I did, and quite a big one at that. 9,000 something. That was good. So now when I have a few more surgeons from here, I'm going to... Actually, I'm already going to build the ward so that it's ready. But not here, because am I going to have space for both the ward and the operating theater? Okay, an earthquake. I don't think these machines will have any problems. Perhaps the decontamination chamber, but not really, unless it's a huge earthquake. But I haven't checked these machines over here for quite some time now. The slicer 9.3. Okay, the inflator needs to be replaced. It's 7.2. And the jelly molder as well. And the electrolyzer. And the hair restorer. And I think that should be enough. I should be fine now. Right? Yeah. No problems. Except here, yeah, well, I forgot about the fracture clinic. Okay, this doctor was really tired, unfortunately. But at least he left the room at some point. 5 people with ruptured nodules. I cannot cure that. I don't have an operating theater yet. Wow, the blood machine is quite damaged. Is there any other? No, there is only the ward. I'm going to build the ward now that the earthquake is over and hope for the best. Okay, maybe the operating theater is not going to be right next to the ward. So, is that such a big deal? No, it's not. I mean, in theory, ideally, it should be next to it, but I don't think it's that critical. So the desk apparently is better if you put it in the center of the room somewhere. Not there probably. Let's see here. It's a little bit small, this ward, unfortunately. In fact, I cannot place any other bed then. Okay, then I need to make changes. So no, finally, I'm not going to build it there. I'm going to build it here. Because it needs to be bigger. I think at this point in the game, I think your ward should have at least 5 beds, if not more. So let's see how many I can fit in there. It looks pretty big, this room, and I think that maybe I can even build 7. Let's see. Yes, 7 beds. And there it is. There is the word. Don't hesitate to make your word as big as possible. As well as the operating theater, which I'm not going to build yet because anyway I don't have enough. Okay, this guy is stuck here. Finally he managed to leave. How many consultant surgeons do I have? Gonna slow down the game in order to check this. 1, the teacher, a student, this one that is still learning. Okay, here. Okay, I have 2 surgeons that are working inside the hospital. They are not they are not neither teachers nor students. So I am going to build the operating theater. And I'm also going to make it quite big, as you can see. And probably soon I'm going to get the message: 2 surgeons needed in the operating theater or whatever. Remember, of course, that if your rooms are very big, you are going to need more than just 2 radiators, as in this case. Okay, this area here has gone to waste, basically, but that's okay. I'm gonna just place some plants there. Yeah, the nurse complaining. Probably she was in this haunted pharmacy. I don't think I should be checking for new doctors. I mean, once these guys are all trained, I'm gonna be fine. Yeah, this doctor in the jelly molder, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with him is that he's just tired. Okay, my next step is to build a staff room. I'm gonna build a staff room here, so that they don't have to go all the way over there to the other staff room. So this level proves, I think, for good, that having video games and pool tables really doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Because if it were so, people would just complain endlessly. I mean, the staff would complain. And they don't. They complain only when they enter that pharmacy. But this is not because I don't have pool tables and video games in my staff room. And I'm also going to buy this plot area. Probably not this one. I'm going to get that one, which is cheaper, even though I have money right now. In order to build a staff room here as well. Perhaps here.
Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor required in jelly vat. Doctor required in general diagnosis. Doctor, attend in psychiatry, please. Doctor required in X-ray. Doctor, attend immediately in cardio, please. Doctor required in GP's office.
Okay, I got 2 plants. Not sure if that was necessary, but well.
Doctor needed in
And a handyman.
nurse required in pharmacy. Doctor required in GP's office. Doctor needed in Slack clinic. Doctor required in GP's
And
office. Required in general
yeah, a nurse. The question here is, do I fire one of the other nurses that are not? Yeah, I'm gonna fire Miss what's her name? Waterlet? No, wait a minute. Yeah, you're fired. Bye.
warning, earthquake imminent.
Okay, earthquake. Let's see the status of my equipment. The hair restorer replaced. The electrolyzer replaced. Jelly molder replaced. Inflator replaced. Slicer doesn't need to be replaced. Fracture clinic. Let's see, because last time it was in danger. I'm going to replace it. Now that I'm here. Blood machine doesn't need to be replaced. The X-ray, I'm going to replace it. I mean, come on, I have money anyway. And the rest are fine. So, what are these people queuing for?
Warning, handyman call to repair tongue slicer.
Okay, it seems that this was a pretty big earthquake.
Maintenance required in jelly vat. Handyman
So
call to
I need to repair quite a few things. Fracture clinic. Alright. Yeah, well, that's it. And now they're going to be repaired, so no problems. And I think that starting from now, what's that? 3rd degree sideburns. I don't remember what you need for this. It sounds like a pharmacy case, I guess. Let me check, perhaps here. 3rd degree, 3rd degree, 3rd degree, where is it? It's here. It doesn't have any effectiveness, which means it's drug effectiveness, which means it's psychiatry. Psychiatric clinic, which means I'm gonna get another one, because with just one, all those patients, I don't think so. In fact, I don't remember how many there were, but maybe I'm not gonna be safe, not even with 2 psychiatric clinics. The question is, how many psychiatrists do I have that can actually... I don't need a second bookcase. It's gonna cause more trouble than it's worth. Okay. I think that first I'm gonna check how many psychiatrists I have. In fact, I'm not gonna check. I mean, I saw some psychiatrists. Probably not all of them are consultants, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and build another psychiatric clinic, psychiatry room, and with just the basic things, only going to use it for the emergency, and then it's deleted, and that's it.
Nurse required in fracture clinic, please. Staff announcement, incoming patients with third-degree sideburns. Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Nurse required in pharmacy. We apologise for the amount of litter. Doctor, attending psychiatry, please. Doctor required in X-ray.
Okay, this psychiatrist is tired. I'm gonna have to get him to rest before he can start curing patients. I have a feeling I'm gonna need some of the rookies here, but let's see, maybe I don't. I would prefer to just use consultants if possible, but no, I'm gonna need him to go here, and I'm gonna need one more to go all the way over here. And I'm also going to build a GP's office here. In fact, no, I'm going to build a GP's office here, where there was some space right next to the staff room, so that not all that area goes to waste. And I say it one more time because I think the last time I said it was in maybe in the first level of the game. The GP's office should have this layout. The chair for the patient should be right next to the door, and the desk should be here with the filing cabinet to the right if it's facing that way, and with the filing cabinet to the left if it's facing that way. But the most important thing is, well, actually both of these things are very important, so that the patients spend as little time as possible inside the GP's office, and they just leave and go to get cured and then go about their lives and all that. So a queue size of 12, that's going to be difficult to deal with. Where is the... I mean, I placed him here in order to deal with those, and he left. Or I never did. Perhaps I never did. We'll see. Anyway, this guy, he needs to go back to training, unfortunately for him. And something is wrong here. I feel like I'm wasting time right now. Let's see. Okay, is there anyone? No, no one is queuing for this, so you are going back to training as well. And that room will be deleted. I don't need this psychiatry room.
Doctor wanted in ultrascan. Doctor required in
And
Doctor required in X-ray.
the emergency has been dealt with.
Attending psychiatry, please. Doctor needed in Slack Tongue Clinic. Doctor required in
11 people cured, that's good.
Doctor required in GP's office.
And in fact, I have quite a lot of money right now, so let's see. I need to increase the value of my hospital. No. I need to cure some more people. I have treated enough. So the only thing left is the bank balance, and yeah, the patients will come by the time I have $750,000. I will also have cured 750 people. So 750 or whatever it was, I don't remember. Yes, 750. So the queue size here is ridiculously big. So I'm gonna build another GP's office here. make it big. I mean, ridiculously big. Okay. There it is. Oh no. Okay. Here. And if that doesn't work either, if the reception queue doesn't decrease, it means I need to get more reception desks. We'll see. Let's see. 16, 17, it's not decreasing as much as I would like. In fact, it seems to also almost be increasing. Let's see. And they're making a mess here. Okay, I'm gonna get another reception desk here, and we'll see what I do with it, if I'm gonna keep it, but I definitely need another one. Yeah, well, I'm gonna declare an epidemic this time, and that's it. Because right now, my main issue is that I just have too many people queuing for the reception. That's why I had the epidemic. 4, 3, 2, 1. So that's it. And I think that I'm gonna keep the second receptionist. So now the only thing remaining is, of course, the doctors here, which actually it's going to take a little bit longer for them to become consultants. So yeah, so in this case I declared an epidemic because there were it was 24,000, which means that there were 8 people, right? Each one 3,000, 8 people in the hospital with the epidemic, and it was discrete itching. Chances are that I wouldn't manage to cure all of them before one of them got out of the building. So instead of paying a much bigger fine, or even having the inspector send everyone home, because sometimes he does that, instead of giving you a fine, he sends everyone home. Instead of having to deal with something like that, I just decided to declare an epidemic, pay $24,000, get a reputation hit, which, as you can see, didn't affect me almost at all. I'm back to 966, and that was it. Okay, an earthquake again, and an epidemic, but first I'm going to deal with the earthquake, and then I'm going to deal with the epidemic. I need to replace all these machines. And the fracture clinic is fine, it has a lot of strength. Ultra scanner 7 blood machine. This is essentially a 6 in the sense that the strength was 9 and the times used was 3. So the decontamination chamber has been replaced as well, and the operating table, it doesn't need to be replaced. So now I can check the unexpected swelling, nothing. I'm gonna declare an epidemic, and I think that the hit that he's talking about, the reputation here, is very low. Probably it also has to do with how many patients there are, and I think I had a reputation of 966 or something, and it went down to 956. Probably we're talking about 10 points of reputation loss. That's nothing. At this point, if you have so much money, I think that it's just better to declare epidemics and say, okay, take my money and leave me alone, and that's it. you're not gonna lose this level because of that. You're not gonna lose the level, whatever level you're in.
Doctor required in decontamination.
Okay, I need a second surgeon here.
Laboratory, please. Doctor required in
But God knows where the second surgeon is. I'm a little low on surgeons because I'm still waiting for them to become consultants. There is one here, but he's very tired, so I'm gonna put him to rest here. And then he's going to the operating theater. So let's see what this epidemic is. As soon as I clicked on it, it disappeared. I think this happens when, in the meantime, after the message appears here, the icon, you have actually cured everyone. Or either that or it's a bug. I'm not sure which of the two it is, but in any case, I didn't have to deal with anything, so that's a good thing. An emergency, heriitis, 7 people. I think, just to be sure, I'm gonna get another one. Okay, I'm gonna build it here. It's blocking. It's blocking everything, but it's not gonna be permanent. So it's blocking the path to here. So okay, they're going. I'm gonna bring this consultant here to deal with them, and they're also queuing for this one, of course, which is also empty. I'm gonna get this guy, not here, it's here. I'm also gonna place down some benches here. He left. I don't believe this thing. He left when there was an emergency. I mean, really, when there is an emergency, you need to be there all the time. Otherwise, they're just gonna mess up, and that's it. So, it served its purpose, and now it's deleted. Enter, enter, enter. He entered. Alright, everybody has been cured. It's a good thing I built 2 of them, because I wouldn't have made it with just one. Of course, you might say that, but if you build a second one, then you waste money. Yes, you waste, but it's only temporarily, because when you sell it, you do not demolish it, you are supposed to be selling it. You get back the money you spent to build it, so, well, you can do the math. I think he said something about the plants. I'm gonna hire some handyman to be responsible exclusively for the plants. I'm not sure if it serves any purpose to be shooting mice in this level, since it's the last level anyway. I think the only purpose it serves is that you can get a reward, an award, at the end of the year of this level. It can happen, but I think it's very difficult because you need to kill quite a few mice. So anyway, probably not worth the effort. So, probably by now I have almost cured, yeah, I have cured 766. Everything has been completed except the money, and that's gonna take some more time, of course. 10 people with alien DNA, but I don't think I can deal with this situation with just one DNA fixer. So, let me check where I can build a second one. And I'm gonna do it here following the same technique as before, in the sense of that, again, I'm blocking the way, but I'm not gonna keep it. So yeah, the doctors here are taking, as usual, they're taking quite a long time to become consultants. Well. Yeah, well, as we have seen in previous levels, if you make the mistake to hire too many doctors in order to train them, supposedly, you end up losing because of financial problems. So my only concern right now is these aliens here. I think all of them are going to be cured. And how much are they giving me? 2,900. I think this is the maximum or something, or close to the maximum you can get. So I'm selling the DNA fixer here. And another 20,000. And my reputation is 995, almost perfect. Everything is going very well. Also, whoa. I thought I saw a movement, but I wasn't certain, and now I'm in danger of having my equipment destroyed. Let's see. Jelly molder. This. I need to be super fast now, otherwise you're gonna get destroyed. Is there anything else? I haven't checked the fracture clinic, I think. That's fine. And the operating theater, that's also fine. Let me see. I don't think there is anything else. But I think this is the second phase of the earthquake. No. The X-ray doesn't need to be replaced. Or not. No, finally it was the first phase, so I got scared for no reason. Because I thought that there was a first earthquake and that this was the second one, but no, it was the first one, or because I don't see a second one coming, so I don't know what it was, but I don't think that my equipment got damaged, to be honest. So I'm not sure what happened here. The important thing is that they are not. My equipment is not permanently damaged. It's fine. So who cares what happened? Maybe they had to do with the fact that the year finished while the earthquake was taking place. I don't know. I really don't know. So, a reputation of 1,000, perfect. And right now, in theory, I could expand and build more things. In fact, well, actually no, I'm not going to do this because I should wait till these guys become consultants, because otherwise I'm just not going to have enough personnel to... Patients with hairy-itis. I don't know when that was, but it seems like a very long time ago that we had the emergency for hairy-itis. In fact, after that, we even had the DNA thing, the alien DNA thing. Now, it seems that this GP's office is small, or... No, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so, come on, guys. They're taking, sometimes I think that they're taking way too long. And I wonder if it has to do with the could it have to do with the consultant? I don't know. So, almost $400,000 in the bank. I think I'm almost halfway. Yeah, right about halfway to getting the 750,000, was it? Yes. And a handyman complaining about the wage. I think that he was the first one or something. I don't know why, but anyway. Okay, the operating theater is sometimes in need of doctors. And now I have accepted a case of broken wind, an emergency of broken wind patients. That might have been a mistake. We'll see if I will be able to deal with all 4 of them. And here they go. Here they come. Unless one of the doctors gets tired. In fact, just for now, I'm going to increase the limit here so that no one leaves now while the emergency is being dealt with. Enter. He entered. Okay, at least I'm not going to have any deaths. This one is not going to count towards the emergency because he was not cured on time, but at least he didn't die. And now I'm going to decrease this again to 40. So yeah, I think that 4 patients, an emergency of 4 patients for the operating theater is risky. Probably you're not going to make it. You know what? I'm just going to replace the jelly molder. No need to be mean right now. I have a lot of money, so. Okay, the electrolyzer, it has a strength of 10 and it's been used twice. So in that case, really, there's no danger. The earthquake is not going to be, it's not going to add so many points in times used. The blood machine, I am going to replace it because I see a patient is about to enter, so. And I think that's it. The other ones are fine. And besides, it was not a very big earthquake. So that's done as well. 440 $440,000 in the bank. I think this needs a pharmacy, which I have 2 pharmacies, so I think that I will be able to cure all the patients. Is there any good nurse? No. Any good doctor, perhaps? No. Okay. Wow, a lot of awards. What's this? The best reputation. The higher share of the local population. Hearty congratulations on achieving an impressive cures to deaths. Okay. You're a financial whiz kid. Your hospital is more valuable than all the other hospitals in the area put together. Good. And inspectors note that your hospital is very clean. Clean hospitals are safe hospitals. Keep up the good work. And a bad one because of the handymen have not maintained my machinery well. you should supervise them more carefully, or hire more to deal with the workload. I'll think about that. And okay, that's fine. In fact, I am going to hire, if there's anyone good enough. Yes, there's one. I haven't checked the other pharmacy. Okay, the other pharmacy has already treated all the patients, the emergency patients. So almost 500,000 now. These doctors still haven't reached the level of consultant. So anyway, I don't think there is much to do from now on. Just wait. And I think that this level proved to be easier than expected, perhaps. Since it's the last level, I would have expected it to be more difficult. But I think that researching cure equipment and not hiring a lot of doctors at the beginning are the two most important things in this game. If you, of course, if you know how to build the rooms, the placement of the furniture inside is very important. The location of the rooms is important. The size of the rooms is important. If you know these things, then the important thing after that is the strategy you're going to follow when it comes to research and the number of doctors that you have. Don't just start hiring a lot of juniors early on in order to train them. Of course, now we see that since I took a little bit long to hire juniors to train them, now I have to wait a very long time for them to turn consultants. But to be honest, I still don't understand why these particular ones have taken so long, because I already had some others that I don't think they took so long to become consultants. So maybe it has to do with I don't know, maybe I should try someone else. In fact, I see that everyone is a surgeon psychiatrist, so there's no reason for a consultant researcher surgeon to be working there. In fact, this consultant is going to be enough. And I don't know, who knows, maybe it's going to be he's going to be more efficient than the other. After all, his staff ability is perfect, his ability level is perfect, so we'll see. In any case, at this point, it's not going to make any difference. Okay, so as soon as I assigned him there, wow, all of them became consultants. So here, I'm wondering if it's like a common secret, which I don't know, that if you have a consultant with a very high ability, he's faster at teaching others. Or perhaps it has to do with the fact that he doesn't have a specialization. Could it be that consultants without any specialization are faster teachers? Probably it has to do with his ability level, which is so good. I don't know. I really don't know. But it seems like I was wasting my time. Unfortunately, due to certain technical problems, I have missed a few months of the game. You will notice that I'm now in December, while if you rewind a little bit, rewind the video a little bit, you will see that I was in July, and I had something like $500,000 in the bank. Now I have 927,000. I'm about to win the level. When the year finishes, I'm going to win this level. Sorry about that. Nothing really spectacular happened in between. It was just a matter of collecting the money necessary in order to complete this level. I had already completed everything else, I think, so you didn't really miss anything. Unfortunately, I couldn't load back to the July. I only had the autosave, which the autosave takes place at the end of each month, on the 28th, I think, of each month. Therefore, that's why I'm on the 29th now. So I'm gonna move forward so that the game finishes. This was the last level. Let's see the ending. The final message that you will receive: Dear Gregorio, your successful career as the best hospital administration since Moses is nearing an end. However, such has been your impact on the cozy world of medicine, the ministry would like to offer you a salary of $2,292,951 simply to appear on our behalf, opening fêtes, launching ships, and doing chat shows. The whole world is clamoring for you, and it would be great PR for us all. Please accept this position. If won't be hard work, well, I guess it won't be hard work, a little sloppy there, and we will provide you with a car and police escort wherever you go. Of course, this is not a new level, it's just the ending. Let's watch the final video of the game. So yeah, that was it. That was the end of the game. And the credits, moving at a speed that only Superman could probably read them, if that. Anyway, so this was my Let's Play of Theme Hospital. I have finished the game in the hard difficulty. It was a nice experience, the whole thing. I think that the game itself is a nice game. It's for me, it's one of the best games I've ever played. It's not really in my top 10 or anything like that, but it's one of the it's up there. It's one of the games that I remember fondly because I think it's fun to play. It has its defects, like the doctors getting stuck inside rooms, which can be annoying at times. But I think that overall, it's a really nice game. And I think that, well, obviously some of you might find, some newer gamers might find the graphics way too primitive for today's standards. For me, and obviously I had played the game when it came out, so I'm used to this kind of graphics. So for me, the graphics are not that bad. But I'd understand if someone says that they cannot play the game just because of the graphics. However, I propose to you that the fact that they are cartoon-like means that they can work. Even for today's standards, it can work, I think. Because this kind of graphics makes the game funnier, as opposed to probably some 3D graphics that might have been more realistic, but probably less funny at the end of the day. So, for me, the graphics are not a problem. There are some AI issues that are annoying, but I think that they don't make the game unplayable. I also experienced one bug in one of those levels where the operating theater had got stuck and I had to delete it. But once again, the fact that the game saves every month, at the end of each month, means that you will not be locked out indefinitely, meaning that, okay, maybe it crashes, but you can go back and rectify the situation. So I would definitely recommend this game to anyone who has never played it, and if you like building things and okay, this is a hospital. I don't know how interested you are in such a thing, but for me it was fun. I have played this game many times. I've started and finished it many times. I don't claim to be the best Theme Hospital player ever, but I think I know most of the tricks, I would say, of the game. I know how to deal with most situations like earthquakes and epidemics and all these things. How to place my rooms, how to place the furniture inside the rooms. All these things are very important. So if you are a new gamer, I would recommend that you give it a shot. If you're an old gamer who has already played this game, maybe this Let's Play gave you an insight on how on some different strategies on how to complete the game, or perhaps if you had never completed the game because you found it very difficult. It can be frustrating at times if you don't know what to do. The game can be frustrating, and you might end up giving up. So I think that this Let's Play will give you a better understanding of how the game works. I'm not saying that the strategy I followed is the best, but as you have seen, it works. In the long run, it works, and you finally end up winning the level and ultimately the game. So thank you for watching this Let's Play. I'm currently considering the possibility of doing another Let's Play of another game. I haven't decided yet which game I'm going to do. I'm not sure if it's going to be an old game or a new game. I'll see. Feel free to make a comment and recommend some kind of game. And once again, thank you for watching. See you around.